everyone, thanks for joining us on Ludicrous Feed. You're with Tesla Tom. Today is Sustainable House Day, where owners around Australia open their doors up to show off their sustainable houses. There are about 250 odd houses around Australia at the moment, and today we're going to go visit one here in Neutral Bay on the lower north shore of Sydney. Let's have a look. Before we go on our tour, just a quick shout out to all the loyal supporters of this channel. We're getting closer to 1,400 subscribers. If you'd like to stay up to date with our latest videos, all you have to do is click that red subscribe button. So it's no secret that Neutral Bay is clearly in a very desirable part of Sydney, and this really is a beautiful home in itself and has very gorgeous views of Sydney Harbour. But this is not a real estate video per se, and this is where I introduce you to the concept of the Livability Property Features, a property framework developed by the CSIRO, arguably Australia's peak federal government agency responsible for scientific research. Currently, there are 17 livability features which help to reduce a property's running cost. In a practical way, it helps the real estate industry to objectively assess a property from a sustainability point of view, a frame of reference whether you are selling, buying, or renovating a property. You can check out these 17 things on the Centre for Livability Real Estate website, which I will place the link for in the description below. I want to say a big thank you to the owners, Patricia and Kevin, for opening their beautiful home today, and for allowing me to publish this video. A quick shout out also to architect Andy from Envirotecture, who was present. He designed their home, which was basically rebuilt from the ground up, including all the sustainable features. I'll place a link to Envirotecture in the description below. I'll also place a link to Patricia and Kevin's house, which is listed and publicly available on the Sustainable House Day website. On it, you will see all the key sustainable features, including how much it cost overall to implement them. Of the 17 livability features, Patricia was proud to say that their house ticked 16 of them, which has many features that you'd expect in an Australian sustainable house of this calibre, including rooftop PV panels, a battery, a rainwater tank, double glazed windows, decent installation, water-efficient devices throughout, LED lighting, and native plants suitable to our harsh Australian climate. What further impressed me was that during the rebuild of this house, the owners recycled and reused bricks from the original bungalow. There are no volatile organic compound materials used in the interior of the house, including the carpet, joinery, paints, and glues and varnishes. There were two particular features of this house which really impressed me overall. The first is to do with the passive solar design and orientation of the house itself. Having lived in Sydney for most of my life, I know that although the lower North Shore is a beautiful part of the city, houses on this side of town continually struggle to balance southern-facing harbour views with northern-facing sunlight. Most houses here will naturally want to take advantage of spectacular views of our harbour, and with that they often sacrifice natural sunlight, which gets blocked on the other side of the house. One way that this house in Neutral Bay has cleverly sidestepped around this problem is to build a small courtyard on the other side of the house, put in some structural beams to allow an L-shaped unimpeded opening into the courtyard to allow natural light to stream into the house from the northern side while still enjoying their fabulous harbour views on the southern side. The result is just a beautiful passive flow of sunlight and cross-ventilation throughout the lower floor of the house into the kitchen, dining and living areas. That is certainly a clever way to have best of both worlds. The second feature that caught my eye was the solar hydronics system that was used for both underfloor heating and domestic hot water. Patricia told me that this system allowed the house to keep at a minimum of 23 degrees Celsius throughout the whole year. So how does it work? Separate to the photovoltaic panels, there are evacuated tubes which capture thermal energy from the sun, and by a series of heat exchange tubes, some of the water is used for their hot water system, while the rest then runs through piping embedded in their concrete floor, which then heats up the house. And of course, like all solar hot water systems, occasionally during days when there is no sun, the water needs to be boosted. In this house, there is a gas booster. I didn't get a chance to ask the owners how often they had to boost their water, but if you have a solar hydronic system in your house, I'd be interested in two questions. A, how effective is it? And B, how often does the water have to be boosted in your situation? Please leave your comments below. Alright guys, there you have it. There's my review of this sustainable house in Neutral Bay on Sustainable House Day. As I said, I will place all relevant links in the description below. Did you get a chance to visit any of the houses yourself? If you did, please leave a comment below and share with us if you saw anything interesting in your visits. If you didn't, don't stress, there's always next year as it is an annual event. Either way, I'd love to hear from all of you. Hopefully it's a lovely day wherever you are in this world, and as always, happy charging. Thanks for watching, and thanks for being part of the energy revolution. If you haven't done so already, be sure to hit subscribe to keep up to date with our latest videos. If you're about to buy a Tesla, use our promo code on screen to score $100 in supercharging credit. Happy charging!